Thirsty, they never show no mercy on the field or in the game. Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you want to know, it's the Dolphins Show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or we have won. For all things Miami, it's Dolphins Thursday.
Good morning, Miami Dolphin fans. Our Miami Dolphins are 5-1, sitting atop the AFC East, and everything's looking good. This is going to be the big week, though, coming up against the Philadelphia Eagles, and let's see how we do. But let's enjoy Victory Monday. The Miami Dolphins, like I said, are 5-1. We're having a lot of fun on the offensive side of the ball, putting up miraculous numbers, looking really good, beating the teams we're supposed to beat. I don't want to hear about, oh, they're just beating bad teams. That's who's on our schedule. We didn't schedule. It's not like the powerhouse college teams, paying some bad team to come in and take a beating. We just play who's on the schedule. And listen, the Chargers are no joke. We beat them, and the Giants were in the playoffs last year. How were we, the Giants were going to fall off the map so quick? We're just playing the teams that are on our schedule, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the ride. Yes, we got some real tests coming up. Hey, Michael K in the house, Eric Rivera, Mr. Courtwright, all of you are awesome being in here. It's good to see you. Fins up. Yes, Michael K. Fins up into you. What can I say? Eagles are favored 2.5, same as the Bills. Look what happened in that game. Yep. Hey, I can't believe, though. Yes, we know, Michael K. But your Bills were fortunate. You won an NFL game. That's all that matters. But I don't want to hear about the opponents that we're facing when you struggled against the Giants last night. You won. All that matters is you won. You don't get style points for big wins, but your Bills were very fortunate, to say the least, last night. So, hey, someone, that's Bobby of Pins Talk Sports Network. He says he may join me in a little bit, so that'd be cool. But so yes, Mr. Michael K, you were a little bit lucky last night with your Bills winning. But like I say, it's the NFL. You got to win. That's all that matters. But let's not talk about beating bad opponents. Let's just see how the Dolphins do against the Eagles. I do agree on that. Good morning, Steve. You're welcome to drop in. You know how to get in here, Steve, if you want to come and join the show. But guys, end of the day, we're 5-1. We got a very tough test this week. This is the test. We've passed all the quizzes along the way this year, but we failed the Buffalo test. Now we got the Eagles test. Let's see how we do. The Eagles are coming off a loss to the Jets. Oh, and kudos to the 1972 Miami Dolphins. They are still the one and only team in Perfectville. So that's good. Even though I was rooting for the Jets to lose yesterday because they are the Jets, and the Jets are no joke. They're 3-3. They're right there in the thick of things, even without Aaron Rodgers. So I would have rather been the team that beat the Eagles, and I don't think the Eagles are going to run the table. So I would have rather just seen them eke that victory out against the Jets yesterday. But it is what it is. So kudos to the 1972 Miami Dolphins. Once again, there will only be one team in Perfectville. And, so that deserves a little. What can I say?
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the
As I said, I won't play the whole song, but you get the point. They're still the only team in Perfectville. Even though I would have loved to see the Jets lose yesterday, it is what it is. That's it. We just got to take. Dolphins are in control of their own destiny. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Ender. Fins up to you always. Let's see. Fangio let's see. Sundays are watching a little what the Jets. Yes, that's true, but we also don't have the personnel of the Jets. But as far as schemes and everything, Eric, yes, I agree. I just wish the Phillies would have waited 1 week to have a horrible game, turning the ball over and all of that good stuff. But hey, you know what? We're going to have a hungry Eagles team. You got to beat good teams to be a good team. We think the Dolphins are a good team. They have to go in there at very least be competitive because, like I say, in the NFL, as long as you're competitive, anything can happen at the end of the game. You can't just go leg and A like we did up in Buffalo. We got to get that out of our system. Go out there, and if it comes down to where we, lose right at the end or we win right at the end, more power to us. But I mean, if we lose at the end, we can compete against the better teams and keep that moving forward because we got a lot of tough tests coming up. It all evens out, people. We got a lot of we got two of our next three games are against the Eagles and the Chiefs. Both would have been on the road. I mean, it's still both on the road, but at least the Kansas City game is kind of a little reprieve from having to go into Kansas City. So, we're going to be tested. I don't care about who we beat. We beat the teams on their schedule. And not only did we beat them easily, we're not just squeaking out victories. Oh, but we still won because in the old days, we would have been happy with a 3-point win against, the Panthers yesterday after being down 14-0. We would have said, well, we won, and Michael K. I know you don't want to talk about last night's game, but your team won, but you squeaked out that game and probably had some help along the way, it seems, from what everyone's saying on Twitter. But I didn't watch a lot of the game. I watched a little bit of it. But hey, Scotty, like I said, good morning to you too. And so it's really, really good to be 5-1. The AFC East is going to live up to its reputation. The Bills are still a solid team. The Jets are 3-3, and without Aaron Rodgers, that defense yesterday just put a hurting on the Eagles, and it's going to be tough. So Miami's going to have plenty of tests coming up. So you got to win the games that you're supposed to win because many years in the past, the Dolphins lost those games that they should have won. So to me, I think it's funny when I see people saying, "Oh, but who have they beat?" They beat the people that was on their schedule, and that's all they can do is play the teams on the schedule and beat the teams. I agree, Scotty. I really hope it's going to be a great game. Of course, it's only going to be a great game if my Dolphins win, but I hope it's at least a good showing from our Miami Dolphins. It's not even as must win, but it's a must be competitive. You can't go out there and lay in an egg. That's my main thing. And I don't have a loser mentality, but let's face it, the Dolphins are not going to go 16-1. So, I would love it, but it's not going to happen. So there are going to be some other losses. You just can't go get your nose bullied and get beat down like a little kid again. And that's what I want to avoid going into that week. Just go up there, show Philadelphia you can take them punch to punch and see what happens. And yes, I do agree with you, Eric, is that the Jets maybe did find a game plan on how to beat a team. But again, like I said, we don't have the personnel of the Jets defense. If we could have the Jets defense and our offense, we'd be up there with a record-breaking team. But that's just not how it is. But our defense did keep the Panthers off the scoreboard after those first two touchdowns because the last touchdown was a pick six from our backup quarterback and mop-up duty time that they got to the 21 points. But after those first two drives, our defense did what they had to do against a rookie quarterback and we took advantage of it and we won. So that's really pretty good. Oh my God, I really was your Bills would have lost last night because that would have been great that you guys would have been 0-2 since this is the best Bill team since the Super Bowl losing era of the Bills, but you guys did get to. So there is kudos to getting to 4 Super Bowls in a row, saying it was the best team since those days, and then you guys almost haven't won a game since then, but you won yesterday. Both teams going in at 5-1 often. Hey, that's called this game a Super Bowl preview. Hey, I hope you're right, Scott. We're right up there with them. Like I say, we had the bad game against Buffalo. Michael Case here to rub it in, whatever. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, all that matters is that they didn't get a banner at the end of that game that says, hey, we beat the Dolphins. We're the champs. No, they got to play the whole season. We got to play the whole season. Let's see at the end on the final game of the season when Buffalo comes into the Hard Rock Stadium. If there's anything on the line, who comes out on top of that game. So I don't know. I'm feeling kind of confident, but yes, of course, I'm still worried about my Dolphins and any possible maybe collapse and what have you. But it is what it is. We're 5-1. We're having fun. been a lot of good offensive football. Tyreek Hill is over 800 yards already on the year, which is insane. Tua had a good game yesterday. He didn't have the flashy numbers like some games, but he avoided the interception. He threw the ball away when needed, which is signs of improvement from him. He didn't take any unnecessarily big hits because he just got rid of the ball instead of trying to find someone and not, want to make the play. He's learning on the go. So that's a big improvement. Raheem Mostert is turning into one of the best running backs in the NFL at 31 years old. He is kicking butt out there. I mean, yes, we still miss A-Chan, obviously, because he would have burst some runs probably yesterday. But Mostert, what more can you say? The man is kicking butt on the touchdown front out there. I think he has 9 rushing touchdowns and 2 receiving touchdowns, something crazy like that. So he has 11 touchdowns for the season. It's just, if you would have told me Raheem Mostert was going to be having those kind of numbers when the Dolphins were kicking tires on every running back out there on the trade block, this man at 31 years old is out there kicking butt. I love it, man. Yes, Mostert is a beast, man. He is just playing. I mean, he's incredible, man. He's really, really good, man. I know, hey, Michael K, you're always welcome in Dolphins Thirsty Show. Fans of the teams that don't wear the aqua and orange. It's all good. I don't mind a troll here and there. Vegas at Philly is only 2-point fave. They usually had 3 home wins. So you're right, Scotty. But I think that was about the point spread going into Buffalo. So, and look, I think the Bills were favored by a bazillion. The Bills were favored, had the biggest point spread of the NFL season so far last night, and they eked out a win that came down to the 1 yard line, basically. And then supposedly there was some no calls and whatever. Sorry, man. I'm on there because my son's not feeling 100% up in game feels. I want to make sure, so I decline anyone other than my son. So it's all good. But yeah, no, you're right though. Hey, I dropped the link right in here for. Hold on, will do, Hank. Bobby's running late, Hank. Let me see. Hold on. I actually got to meet Hank. I'm just sending the link right here. So if anyone, that's just make it a public to anyone. But yeah, Hank, there you go. That's the link. I'm trying to see what Bobby said, but I don't want to mess up because running late behind this morning. Okay. So hopefully, let's see. Vegas is only. I read that already. Bobby recovering from last night. Yeah, it looked like they were having fun. Broadcast. I helped them out a little bit so they wouldn't have to worry about finding a feed. We have now got Fish Tank Hank. Fish,
Yo,
hey, you it was so crowded there on Saturday. I somehow left without us having a proper goodbye, but it was so nice meeting you and your wife in person, seeing your car out there in front of the restaurant in person. All great experience. And but best of all for the weekend, the Miami Dolphins got the win yesterday, Hank.
I think I have a double reverb going on. Can you hear it?
No, I hear you fine.
Okay, as long as you can't hear it, I'm good then.
Yeah. yeah, you're good. So
No,
you are
it was great meeting you, Thirsty. I had a great time, Bo Campers was a bit crowded. I spent a lot of my time outside
yeah,
meeting and greeting people that were coming in. I got to meet a lot of people that way, so it was kind of weird. But
yeah,
I was out there. I didn't bring the bird feeder with me, but I brought one of those little automatic things. You know what I mean? They have
yeah, I know.
these little automatic things nowadays, and that was nice to have there. And meeting with Bobby and everybody else, and then all of us getting together and getting a couple photos off. That was really cool. I had a great time with everybody.
No, it
And I
was
know
great, man.
Ender's on your show. Ender's here somewhere, right?
Yeah, Ender was in here earlier, at least he was.
Ender, are you still in here? I can't see the text, so you let me know.
Yeah, but yeah, he was. He said a good morning, but he may still be in here. Ender, give Hank hello if you're in here. And let's see. But yeah, so the Dolphins, hey, yesterday is the only thing we mainly care about. Hank, the Dolphins came out. They, for whatever reason, they were napping. They were enjoying fan club weekend a little bit too much. And they got down 14-0 before you knew it. And people are starting to think, I even started getting a little nervous because at 7-0, I wasn't nervous. But then when they went and got another touchdown, I'm like, I'm getting nervous now. What's going on here? But after that, we ran off 35 straight points. And
You
they only
know,
got
and
that.
and I had said, on one of these shows, I don't know which one, we've been doing quite a few, but
Yeah,
I said on one of these shows, I was like, no, I'm concerned about the defense.
right.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
concerned about because we still haven't seen our defense really step it up. And they didn't step it up. I hope they do better than that against the Eagles. But what's nice is there are no more undefeated teams.
No, that's good. Like I said, I was the Jets 1-1 yesterday, but for the Dolphins' history, yes, it's good. But I knew the Eagles weren't going to run the table. I wasn't that nervous yet. If we would have gotten into like week 10 or whatever, and we had, they hadn't lost, then I maybe start getting a little nervous. But I knew they still had a lot of tough games left on their schedule too. So, but
Yeah.
hey, the Jets are no joke, man. I know they don't have Aaron Rodgers, but they're right there at 3-3, and that defense is no joke. We know Buffalo's no joke. I mean, oh man, the Giants almost had them last night. They could have had that. That would have been a big help, But hey, it is what it is. Let's see. McDaniel wanted to give Billy some game practice learning on. That's all. Hey, yeah, it's like that was definitely a little bit nerve-wracking. But he said at the end of the game, Mike McDaniel said that he said the team was never panicking. They never had a come to Jesus moment. They weren't out there trying to pump everyone up. They were just very business-like, saying, "We got this. We're going to go out there, play our ball, and it will all work out." And sure enough, we scored 35 straight points until Mike White decided to give them a little gift there at the end and gave them a touchdown. But
and I at the end of the third quarter, the beginning of the fourth quarter, I said, okay, this game's over. And the wife and we went out to the parking lot because we had things to get ready to get out of there. And
you drive all the way to Orlando.
Yeah, we drive to Orlando, which can be about 3.5 hours or so. So but I waited there for Bobby and Evan, and it was pretty cool. And then this other guy, Dave, came by, and he was still having shots. So I guess he enjoyed the whole day, Dave, because he was ripping. And he swung by, and we did the pregame show. I don't know if you were able to catch that or not, but that was a lot of fun. There were a lot of people around, and
yeah, no, it would have been cool. I couldn't join because I was on my way to the stadium, so I was driving, so I couldn't watch. But I'm sure you guys had a great time. I'm sure it was fun, so that's cool. Out there live.
It was good all around. I mean, the win is just unbelievable to me. We're 5-1. We haven't been 5-1 since like 2002. So it's been like 21 years.
Yeah. And we didn't even win a playoff game that year, so I don't want to get too excited. But yeah, at least to get to 5-1, it's a good thing. And we will it's a good thing. I mean, there's no question about it. We're 5-1. I don't care. Okay, who have you beat? All we can do, Hank, is play the teams that are on our schedule.
You know what? Look, you know who we beat? We have the second hardest schedule in all the NFL. Guess what? We're beating everybody we need to.
Hey, here comes Bobby. Hey, yes. Hello, Bobby.
Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing?
I was looking for you this morning. Did you get my text on Ender?
I did. I was going to email him after the show.
I went to try to get his hat, and there weren't any.
They were sold out, you said.
Yeah, they were all sold out. So I forgot to mention it to you before when we got together. But, Ender, if you're out there, I apologize. I guess I must have been a day after they sold out or something because they were out.
What hat did he pick?
He picked a nice one. It was navy with cardinal. color.
Oh,
This
okay.
the logo was a cardinal color, and the hat was a navy with a
Well,
nice
And
cardinal
remember, when
red.
you buy it, go through Dolphins Thirsty hat section, and you can. It all goes through Fanatics, but I get a little bit of a Dolphins Thirsty get a little bit of a commission. Someone actually
well,
bought FSU stuff the other day on through my link.
nice, nice. Well, I'll say this: me and Evan Finstanza went to the team store on Saturday before going to Bow Campers, and we saw not that hat, but we saw hats that had different colors, like that hat that was navy at Fish Tank, and they were flying off the shelves. Those are popular hats. So, yeah, go.
I went to
Ender,
get one. They were gone.
Ender, if you're watching right now, if you're still watching, go to the website, pick a hat, send it to me on email, and I'll forward it over to Fish Tank, and we'll go.
Yeah,
from
my
there.
apologies. I tried to get him what he wanted. I didn't realize Hunter was a lady,
Hey,
Bobby.
I'm sorry.
I didn't realize Hunter was a woman.
I didn't realize. I don't think so. Unless
That was
I'm
a
crazy.
woman's hat that you had me get.
oh,
He
maybe
probably
he got it.
he probably got it for somebody.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well. I thought maybe Hunter was a woman. I don't know.
I don't know,
That's why
maybe
I'm
not.
No,
Who
I
asking
don't
knows,
you.
think
man?
so.
Yeah,
But
he
that's
probably got it
okay.
from.
Don't matter. It's all good.
Listen, Michael K. I think you should worry about your own Bills team instead of worrying about our Dolphin. You guys got lucky last night to eke out. I mean, you won. It's the NFL. You won, but you guys eked out against a team that people were making fun. Oh, the Dolphins only beat them 31 points on the Giants. You guys. He's a Michael. He's This guy's Michael K. in hiding. He changes his name all the time. A really good guy, but he's a Buffalo Bills fan. So
I'll be
he's
right back. I gotta fix
uh,
this. I got
all
this
right.
reverb going on, man. It's annoying.
Okay,
Go
no
ahead, brother.
problem. I don't hear it, but okay. So see, he's saying last week was it 7 or when the Bills took over, it's rightfully theirs, first place, and we're seeing Michael K. It's a long season, but I'm just saying I think we got you guys this year. Maybe you guys beat our butt, so I can't hide from that fact. Good day, Bobby. Go Fins.
What's up, Eric? Fins up, brother. Good to
So,
see you,
Bobby, I
man.
know you guys fly out tonight. You still got your show tonight. Where can people find you tonight if they want to see you and your show tonight?
Yeah, so what we got going on tonight is East 10th Street Boys here in Hialeah, Florida, and we are doing it live in Hialeah on the front porch of where we grew up. And we were watching, let me just say, first off, we're talking Dolphins. We're going to talk Miami Heat. We're talking Marlins, the general manager who brought us back to the playoffs. She's gone. They didn't
Yeah.
accept her offer. She's out. So that's huge. But also, we're going to just talk growing up Miami. We're gonna, we got cereal, we got Oreos. My mother has a nice setup there. We were watching old family videos of when we were here on the side of the house, kicking each other's butts in backyard wrestling. I mean, I gotta say, I'm probably I was surprised how good I was. It's not surprised that I was a 14-time champion. No, but we're gonna have a blast tonight. So if you're free, just to see us, what we did growing up and just talking sports, just tune in. And if you're in the area, hey, drive by and take a look, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So and then tomorrow I fly
Bobby.
out.
If your backyard wrestling was like anything, and I predate you a little more, but back in my days, if your backyard wrestling or anything, it's amazing that none of us broke a neck, broke a leg, or anything. I don't know how, because if we would try that now, we'll all be hurting. And
You remember some of the rings that were made where people actually tried to put ropes up?
Can I tell you, Fish Tank, Rob? Let me tell you, we were looking at this and we were surprised how it was. But now we remember, but we used to do like a real show. We talk on the microphone, but what we used to do, this was my old bedroom when I was a kid. And I'm staying in here right now. It's not my sister's room, but she's in Orlando, so I'm spending. But what we used to do is when Ralph wasn't, when my parents weren't paying attention, we'd take out the twin mattresses from the bunk beds and we'd slide them outside. We'd put them down. Then we get the sticks and we use masking tape, black tape, electrical tape, and we put it around the four corners, and that would be our ropes. So we'd have to bounce very slowly and come at you. So you're not kidding, Fish Tank. And we were watching those home videos. We're gonna try to put them on tonight. I got to work on that for tonight's show. So if you guys have a chance, watch, because you're gonna have a freaking blast.
Ender, I tried to get you your hat. They were sold out fast. we're going to have to get another hat going. Let Bobby know what else you want, because when I went in there this week to get it for you, they were sold out, bro. They were out. So hook up with Bobby. Let him know what else you want. My apologies. I wish I could have got it for you.
That don't need to apologize, Fish Tank. You're doing.
I feel bad, it's the hat he wanted, and
I understand.
I wanted to get it for him.
Ender will find another one, man. Ender's, he's a 2-time winner on the Fins Talk Sports Network. So, hey, he will get that hat. Let's see. Oh, wait, Steve's coming in here. Steve's on the road.
Yo!
Hey,
Hello,
what's
Steve.
up, guys?
It's
What's
Santa.
up, brother?
How's everybody doing? Good
Yeah,
morning.
that beard. I was just going to say, the beard's
Santa,
getting big
you
again
brought
for
us a
Steve.
win.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So,
Hey, guys, I want to say one thing. Before I get started here and on my roll here. No, I'm only kidding. Look, I am very happy that you guys got to meet each other. I mean, that's just great. I was real happy about that. Yeah, I wish I could have been down there, to enjoy the fun. But look, I'm happy for you guys. You got to meet each other. It's a good thing. We got a good thing on both networks here, on Dolphin Thirsty and Fins Talk Sports Network. We're a big family. I feel like we are a family, and so let's keep this going. Let's just continue our good content on both networks, and that's all I can say, man. We're just a big family, and I'm just so blessed and so happy to be a part of it.
I don't even know what I'm doing yet.
none of us really do, but we all fake it well. So, don't worry.
Yeah, fake it till we make it, baby.
I saw Thirsty sitting there just going all by himself, and I was like, let me jump in, this way he doesn't get too worn out or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You guys pop up, and I'm like, hey, now it's a party.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a party,
man.
bro.
Absolutely.
Steve, I think I speak on behalf of all of us. We would have loved if you could have been here. It would have been great.
1,000%.
It's just,
Well, thank you, guys.
Steve, I didn't want to see you. No. There's got to be one in the crowd.
Fish Tank made me take a shot of bourbon at 9:30 in the morning.
I was having Bobby. I had Bobby drinking.
Oh no!
9:30 in the morning, Steve. That's 8:30 our time, brother.
Oh my
gasoline, my boy. It was
Hey, but you guys, hey, Bobby, you had fun. It was great. You weren't driving, so who cares? It's all fun. It's all good. And
hey, let's be realistic though. It was only one shot now. Come on.
I wasn't gonna overdo it, brother. I did. Fish Tank,
yeah, one shot's all right.
I did have a beer later that night at a great place. We did post game at Koosh by Stevens in Hialeah.
Right.
East 60. Right. I mean, 10th. I think 1,000 East 16th Street. Let me just say, Fish Tank, Rob, Steve, you know the area. But if you guys are ever in this area and you want some good food, go try them out. They were amazing and great hospitality. We had a blast on post game, and we had some really good food. And we had beer that was made in Hialeah. It was a light Hialeah beer. It was great. So check it out for sure. They were awesome.
Hey, that's awesome. And Newfoundland says, great win. However, that TV saw the first quarter won't get it done in Philly. Got to bring the heat like the Jets did last night.
This defense, and I'm surprised I'm saying it, is scary. It's scary. We should have, this is 6 games now. Come on. This is darn right scary for the rest of the games that we have this year. That's scary. If they don't start stopping somebody, we're going to have some big problems against some of these real teams.
Well, no, I agree. But at least after those 14 points, the defense shut them down the rest of the way. So we can work on that. Yes, it's the Panthers. But, the defense did their part the rest of the way. So hopefully they're working on getting it better. And, I'll be honest. This might be the first time all season that I will pick against the Dolphins on my prediction show. coming up later this week because I know. Look at Steve's face. I know it's going to be close. I do not believe we would do a Buffalo repeat where we go get blown out.
So you're saying the Jets can beat them, but we can't? I just
I
want to
think-
hear
yeah.
that from you, Thirsty.
I know. Well, I'm not saying we can't. Hey, I know that the Eagles game's one of the ones that you were saying like on your pause for a moment. So,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but-
No,
There's
I know.
definitely pause when you talk
Cause
about
to pause for
yeah,
sure.
well, yeah.
Well, I would just say I said it last night, Fish Tank, just in defense of Rob. The Jets beating the Eagles last night, I don't think did Miami any favors because the Eagles, if the Eagles would have beat the Jets, I think Miami had a strong chance that could go up and beat the Eagles. But now the Eagles are embarrassed; they lost to the Jets. They're going to want to come harder now than what they were going to come in the first place. So I think that plays in Eagles' favor next week.
Good. Well, I hope it plays in our favor for interceptions and fumbles.
I hope so.
Yeah.
You
What do you
know,
think,
let
Steve?
Jalen Hurts come out there and sling it around. Go ahead, because I think he'll sling some interceptions.
What do I think about the game coming up with the Eagles?
Yes, sir.
I'm not as worried as I was at the beginning of the year. I'm a little more confident. Maybe I got some of that cockiness, that I was talking about last night when you had the post game show. But yeah, I'm a little cocky, man. I'm a little more confident. Look, talking about the defense, at the beginning of the year on Real Talk Vince Talk, Rob and I were talking about the defense, and this is the defense. This is the Fangio defense. They're not going to change. They're bend, don't break. Sometimes they break, but so I'm not surprised by the way the defense is playing. I knew that teams were going to be able to run on our defense. I knew they weren't going to give up the long ball, which they haven't. They're giving everything inside, short, intermediate passes and running. So I'm not surprised. The only thing that I want to see in this Philadelphia Eagles game is, like Hank pointed out, we need to get some turnovers. We need to put some pressure. As you can see, the Jets, they put pressure on Jalen Hurts last night, and he made some mistakes.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we have to do going into this game next week. We need to put the pressure on Jalen Hurts. You put the pressure on Jalen
Sorry,
Hurts.
my internet keeps on going in and out.
I believe we can win this game.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. That's exactly the way my train of thought is putting pressure on him and getting him to sling it around a bit. I think we'll capitalize a couple times.
Yeah. What I would like to see, Miami come out, and I think they need to get at least a touchdown or two ahead. They need to do that. If they can do, one touchdown ahead or two, better yet, yeah, that's going to put a lot of pressure on that Eagles offense. It really is.
Yeah. I agree with you.
That's how I see it.
Well, thank you guys for joining me because my internet keeps on dropping out. So thank you. I don't know.
Well,
Ever since last night, my internet, all these Xfinity commercials are BS. I got Xfinity to put to be the best internet, and it keeps on dropping out. I don't know. So come on, Xfinity, let me get through my show here. But
you're good, Rob. But I'll just say very quick, just kind of what do you want to what we call it, fish tank, devil's advocate. Just the other cause to pause because you were saying how what the Jets defense did to the Eagles and what Miami's defense could possibly do. Man, Fish Tank's been saying this for a couple of weeks now, and he was high on this defense, and he's kind of brought me down on reality a little bit when it comes to this defense. This defense, week to week, and especially against teams like the Panthers yesterday, they were down at 14-0 at one point. And yeah, we did come back
in the first quarter, Bobby.
In the first quarter, still, we like we said, Fish Tank. And we brought it up on pregame, and we talked on Fitz all day about a trap game, and it felt like that. Miami looked like they were overlooking them until they realized, holy crap,
there were going to be bigger issues to deal with.
Exactly, and but week to week, this defense, and you say bend, don't break, sometimes breaks. The Jets defense, despite they don't have Aaron Rodgers. But that defense ain't no joke. They got
No,
talent
they're
on
not.
defense, but they know how to execute on that defense.
Yeah.
Miami's still learning to execute, and we got to be real. And we saw, look what they did against Josh Allen, and we know that the Eagles struggle. We know that they haven't had a complete game, but we know who they are, and it's the Dolphins defense that's scaring me. Because we were all high on this defense coming in. And look, I'm not putting the blame on Fangio. Fangio's a new coordinator in this system with this team, with these players. He's a veteran, but with these players. It's the players that have to work out and get better in this scheme. They allowed Adam Thielen to play like Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Now remember, next week, if we couldn't stop Adam Thielen with Xavier Howard, Keita Kohu, whoever who else was playing back there. If we couldn't stop him, an aging veteran who's not Stephon Diggs, what do you think this secondary may do against a A.J. Brown and a Devontae Smith with Josh Allen at quarterback? So look, I'm gonna, you know me, I roll it. I know what I picked before the season, but I always kind of look at how the season's going out before I make my pick. But that's something that's a cause to pause.
No, for sure. And that's why I said I may pick. I may pick. I didn't say hey, I'm going to pick the Eagles, but let's see how this week plays out.
Don't switch it up. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just going to say let's see who's healthy and who's not, because I heard the Eagles got pinged. They said the Eagles got pinged up in yesterday's game.
Yeah, they got banged up.
So we don't know. They may have missed some of their offensive linemen, which may give our defensive line. So
all right, gentlemen, I'm going to leave this party because I got to go pick up some propane and propane accessories.
Yeah, but Scotty says mine.
Don't blow it up, brother.
Pressures. Is that true, Steve? You and Scotty are always my.
I appreciate you, Fish Tank.
What's that, Rob?
Scotty says Miami leads the NFL in QB
Hey, hold on. Hank, you taking off?
I'm taking off.
All right, brother.
Rob.
All right.
Good to see you, man.
Again, Hank. It was
Fins up, brother.
meeting you, Hank. It was awesome meeting you, Hank.
It was awesome. I had a great time. I got to go get some propane and propane accessories, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean. It's all good. So
I'll see you guys later, man.
Okay,
all right,
later.
brother. Fins up.
Fins up.
Fins up.
What were you saying, Rob? I'm sorry.
Because Scotty's my unofficial, I don't pay him, of course, but he knows all the stats all the time. He says Miami leads the NFL in QB pressures. Is that true?
That I don't know. I haven't looked into that. He might be right. I don't know. It's possible.
Scotty normally knows his stuff. So that surprises me if so, Scotty. I'm going to look it up after the show, but that is impressive if so. The thing that concerns me about the Dolphins, they have not created a turnover forever since the Broncos game, basically. Yeah. They went the Buffalo Bills without creating a turnover. They played the Giants without getting a turnover. Played a rookie quarterback yesterday without getting a We need to beat good teams. Look, that's what happened to the Jets yesterday. They created turnovers against the Eagles. That's how you win some football games. And the Dolphins defense is not creating turnovers. We're actually minus for a 5-1 football team. It goes against the history of football. Normally, teams that are plus in the turnover ratio, those are your good teams. We're negative in the turnover ratio, but yet we're 5-1. So we got to start creating turnovers and avoiding. Which first team offense yesterday. We did a good job. We avoided the turnovers. Mike White came in and threw the pick six. You know what's funny is my son pointed out, he came in his first pass basically against the Broncos was a long bomb touchdown yesterday. He goes, well, he's still throwing touchdowns at a high rate just to the wrong team yesterday. But, he came in and he threw the interception. So, hey, let's see. He goes, Thursday they put that stat up live during the game after every pressure. Okay, hey, I that's awesome. So, hey, we got another special guest that's never joined my show. I saw him on Mitch Fins today. So, hey, Hooked Up Joe, how are you?
Good. I just finished watching the condensed Bills game, and they were dominated by the Giants.
Yeah, they were.
The sloppy coaching a little bit on the Giants and bad game management with the time and a little help from the ref on that tug. That was, the jersey was tugged on. You could see the jersey being yanked on in the air, and they're like, they're just playing. So, you can't complain. They might not have got it on the next one. It's not like he caught it and then something happened, but still, man, what the point there is, the Giants, we kicked their ass, and they're not that bad of a team.
Yeah,
You
no, I
know,
agree. That's what I think, Hooked Up Joe. And hey, Hooked Up Joe, if you've never, thank you for subscribing to my channel. And I know you were on Miss Fins today. If you've never seen the Fins Talk Sports Network, go check them out. They're another great
I'm a member.
Dolphins. Oh, you are a member? Oh, okay, cool, perfect. So there you go, Bobby. You already probably know Hooked Up Joe, then, Bobby. So, but hey, it's good, man.
If I'm thinking of the right one.
Yeah,
Can you, if you
but
post a link, I'll make sure, or
all
a
right,
name I
yeah,
can
they're
look up.
Fins Talk Sports Network. But anyway, so how
Sure.
long have you been a fan, Hooked Up Joe, of the Miami Dolphins?
Since 1970s,
Oh wow. Oh,
and
okay, that's like Steve over there. I came in like in the '80s is my big time frame, and when the first game I really remember is the 1981 AFC the playoff game against the Chargers. Even though we lost, is what that's like the first time I felt invested as a Miami Dolphins fan. My mom says she would show me pictures of me and my sisters wearing like Greasy and Zonka and Warfield T-shirt jerseys back then. They weren't the fancy jerseys of today, but it's just those are what I had. But what I remember is that game where we were down 24 to nothing against the Chargers and came back when Don Strock came in, but ultimately lost in overtime. That's like my first memory where I felt invested as a fan that I was like upset that the Dolphins lost. So I'm
never
sure you
felt so
remember.
good about our
Yeah.
coaching staff in all of this time. I mean, just the overall coaching staff, the comfort level of feeling like going into the future, regardless of roster turnover over the next long term. I mean, I'm feeling really good about our long term prospect as a fan, not just like, oh, we're doing this, but what's going to happen next year? A little flash of goodness. I don't think it's a flash. I think it's for real.
Well, I
Yeah.
believe we have our. I go ahead, Steve. I was just going to say
No,
real
no,
quick.
no. I was
I
probably
just
I was
I
gonna
we our coach.
I was gonna agree with Joe there. Yeah, for sure. I feel the same way, brother. I've been a Dolphin fan since 1969, and just a little bit of history here, real quick. In 1970s, the Miami Dolphins acquired Don Shula, and my stepfather at the time said, "Man, this Dolphin team is gonna be pretty good." And at that time, I was only like, let's see, I was like 11 or 12, and I didn't understand what he meant. And he said, "Yeah," he said, "they got Don Shula, and he's building a great coaching staff." And sure enough, we got a great coaching staff along with Don Shula. And then the next few years, we had the undefeated season in 72, went to the Super Bowl, of course, 71, 72, 73. And I feel the same way. I feel the same way. I said it last year when we acquired Mike McDaniel. Not so much acquired Mike McDaniel, but after the fact when he became the coach and then he started collecting all his coaching staff. I said, man, this frickin' Miami Dolphins coaching staff kind of reminds me of the 1970 coaching staff that Don Shula, put together. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm with you on that for sure.
I like it, and I like him, and I like the fact that no other team was even looking at McDaniel. So for the Dolphins to go out there, bring him in, the only team that interviewed him during this process, and I think we probably got the best coach during the process. It looks like because he may not have been as
Yeah.
good a fit on another team, but for Tua and the Dolphins, he's like the perfect marriage of people to come together. It's just like I'm sure Tua breaks up every day. He will never say it publicly, but I'm sure he wakes up every morning and looks up the sky and says, thank you for Flores no longer being here and Mike McDaniel because he was like the odd. I mean, if Flores would have been here, I don't think Tua would have been here. Still, we would have who knows what we would have. So I'm happy it's all worked out. I like McDaniel, and I do think we finally found our long-term coach. I thought that before. I bought the Kool-Aid on Adam Gates winning his getting to the playoffs after his first season. I thought Flores was a tough guy, and maybe he's the guy. But hey, I really do, guys, think that McDaniel is the guy. He just needs to be given time to, like you said, Hooked Up Joe. None of this, like, well, if he has a couple bad years, fire him. Keep him for the long term. He seems to be doing the right things, and it's good to see. Because I'm tired of like every 3 years us talking about NFL draft and coaching changes as our big Dolphins news. I'm going to be talking about playoff wins and stuff. And I'm sure, Bobby, you agree with that.
Yes, 100%. And and I wanted to say too, when you say the statement, that we probably found our long-term coach, I don't think it's too crazy to say. I would be even it would have to be nuclear if he wasn't our coach. Like something would have to go totally wrong, because
Nobody's out paying him.
Yeah, and he is just the way he carries himself on the field, off the field, the way he with the fans. When you watch these coaches, and he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to be that way. But you watch him run off the field yesterday, and he's doing fins up with here running into the locker room. I mean, that dude is just all around.
No, he's enjoying it, man. The man was outside the league for a couple of years,
shaping the culture of this football team. And that's why when we look at players, and we oh, I don't want to lose this guy, or I don't want to get this guy, or look, whatever guy they get or let go, it's McDaniel's choice, and I'm going to roll with the coach. In the end, I'll have my say, but I'll roll with the coach in the end.
Yeah,
I'm excited about McDaniel.
Yeah, me too. I just
me too.
Yeah. And and that's a lot coming from Steve, because Steve's he likes that tough, mean. He's more of a Fangio guy, where the Fangio says it like it is, and because McDaniel's never going to cut down players publicly. He's not going to do that. Steve likes those coaches that will call out people, but for him to say that about McDaniel, you've come a long way, Steve.
And one other thing while we're still on the coach is like Campbell. We say, well, Campbell went into the Lions and he's a good coach and he's really done some stuff, right? But the differentiating point to me is our coach is the architect that's making everything happen. And you can go in and you can be a good people person and you can be a good coach and you can do all that. But if you're not the mastermind, soon as that mastermind offensive coordinator or defensive coordinators all become head coaches and you're sitting here and you're the rah-rah guy, it's just not the same formula.
No.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
I
absolutely.
agree.
I would just say very quick, just to say that if you look at this roster, we know what the issues are. We touch on it before the season, but I love Dan Campbell, and I like what the Lions are doing. The Lions drafted the way I would have loved the Dolphins to draft on that. But you put any other coach, not every coach. Let's say you put Dan Campbell or whomever like that on the Dolphins. They're not playing this. They're not playing like this.
No.
Mike McDaniel is getting the best out of these players. All especially on offense. I mean, players that you never heard of. They're Raheem Mostert, who we did know of. He was a good, decent back. He always got close to 1,000 yards. But think about this: he's had 11 touchdowns already, for 300. Or I don't have it in front of me and running, but 9 total touchdowns on the ground, 2 touchdowns receiving. I think it's 100 some odd yards receiving, and then 400 yards rushing. But that is in 5 football games. 6 football games. That's crazy. Yeah. Think about what he might finish with, and that is the Mike McDaniel effect. It's not like all of us. He's making players hit their potential, and that's the thing about Dominique Raheem Mostert. People, he's a very good. No, he's all around football player. That's what McDaniel brings out of these guys. They're all around football players, and they're playing the best of their ability.
And I love it that Mostert just loves playing here. You can tell he's a Miami Dolphin. He wants to be here. Because, he could have gone to other places, but he just signed the 1-year deal, because he loves what McDaniel has going on. And you can see he talks. He's always smiling. He's always good. And I would, to me, he's one of the best. I mean, yes, he fumbled the ball a couple of times this year, but hey, good backs are going to fumble at times because, it's just he wants that extra yard and whatever. So he go out there, that hop over yesterday. Because the Bills guy had hopped over our guy, the Hurst guy, or whoever it was, hopped over our guy. But then we went and Mostert, that's their elevator art for the day. They are the Dolphins already posted.
I knew Mostert was a track star, but I didn't know that he ran the hurdles too.
I know that was
and
nice.
He runs through them too.
Yeah,
he
runs through them.
Yeah, tough. He's not just your typical speedy back. He's tough. Right. He would knock you down if you're he would drag you for a first down. I love the guy, man. He's just and he's just a really, really good story. He's just a guy that was cut by so many different teams, including the Dolphins early in his career, and bounced around to the 49ers and other teams. But now he's found a home, and he's putting up great numbers. I mean, he put up great numbers last year. If he hadn't gone away from the running game so often last year, he would have been 1,000-yard back last year for the Dolphins. I mean, the guy he's just good.
You know that we and that's what I like about this year is Mike McDaniel is running a more balanced attack with passing and running. We actually in the game this past week we were 50-50 pass and run.
Same this game.
About 50-50.
Almost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 50-50. So
weeks.
Yes, sir. And that's what I like. We need that balanced attack, especially going into the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, Bobby. Bobby, if you got to go, I understand, man. I know it's
Absolutely.
your family day.
Yeah, I
hey
appreciate
guys,
you
make
guys.
sure you check out Bobby. He's Finn's Talk Sports Network here on YouTube. A great channel to follow. They just recently hit 1,000. Their next goal is to get to 2,000. So go hit them that big subscribe and Finn's up. Thank you, Bobby, for stopping in.
Appreciate you guys.
By the way, Bobby, congratulations.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. And Rob, Steve, much love to you, brothers. And I will see you guys on the other side. Fins up, everybody. Dolphins.
Fins up, Bobby.
Gotta love
Take care,
Fins
brother.
up,
Enjoy.
Thank you. All right. So anyway, Anthony, I let you because we're about to close out. You're just joining us, so I want you to get your words.
Yeah,
I
just woke up like 5 minutes ago, and I just jumped on your show.
Hey, I'm happy. So thank you as always.
Yeah, for me, like I think I didn't expect it to happen this soon, but playing loose caught up to us in the first half against the Panthers. Like I did, this team is a bad team, yet the playing loose against the Giants caught up to us against the Panthers. Did you guys expect it to happen that quick?
No, but the good thing is, like you said, yes, I wasn't expecting 14. I even told some of the people because Bobby and all them made the game yesterday in person, as did I. And I was telling them, okay, now I'm getting a little nervous. But if it was like 7-0, I'm like, that's nothing. We gotta get the ball and go. But then when they stopped us again and they went and got 14, yes, I got a little bit nervous. And I think it maybe had to do with just some maybe. I mean, they took them serious. Let's face it. They took them serious. Sorry, I almost knocked my camera over. I got so excited. But, they took them serious. But at the same time, they probably thought, oh, it's the Panthers. They haven't won a game. And then when they got down 14, it seemed to be their wake-up call.
So, no, see, that's where I disagree with you. Being down to the Panthers 14-0, that's unacceptable to me. Like, they're a bad team who's rebuilding. Why? You're supposed to be blowing them out by the end of the first half.
I think we were running a vanilla offense and a vanilla defense to try to make sure the Eagles didn't have our good stuff. But as soon as we went down 14-0, you saw on the sidelines, the coach and Tua were laughing, and they fist bumped and said, all right, let's just turn on game plan A. And after they adjusted, the defense got 0 points on them, and the offense got a 40-burger. So the ability that we were able to adjust, not at second half, but after 4 drives or less, and then shut them down. They couldn't readjust to our adjustment. And, I kind of came away from it, not feeling as bad as that I maybe, just rethinking it, that I was last night.
I can't remember which defensive coordinator. It was a NFC defensive coordinator was talking about our offense during an interview and stuff like that. Oh yeah, it was the coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, and he says, I don't think if we had the Dolphins on our schedule, their offense is not difficult to adjust to, but in general, with the amount of motions they do, even Pete Carroll said this out of his own mouth. He said our offense is so difficult to adjust to because you can't, with all the motions that McDaniel runs, you can't really have a practice squad running that offense, really. When a Super Bowl winning coach says this, like, that shows a sign of respect that the NFL has for that offense.
No, I
You guys
agree, Anthony.
Yeah,
Well
he's not the
said.
only
And
one.
Crazy Dolphin, thank you for reminding me I'm horrible at this. Hit the like button. And if you're new here, guys, please tackle the subscribe button.
Oh,
And
oh
Scott,
yeah, and I was watching a video recently. This guy covers the NFL in general, and two of the players that he says are expected to be traded. He said they were expected to be traded to contenders. Like, these are teams who are bad teams, and the two players that he was Najee and Patrick Surtain, and he said he was predicting him to go to these two players to go to the Dolphins.
well, I just don't think that's feasible for the Dolphins at this point. But you never know. You're right, Anthony. You never know, because I know Sertan's on his rookie contract, but he's
No, that's a
yeah, I know. No, I
Sertan
saw that
specifically.
same talk. I saw Peter King getting crazier. If they, and like talking about Tua getting hurt, I'm like, why are you trying to jinx people? Saying, if Tua gets hurt before the trade deadline, the Dolphins could get Kirk Cousins.
Oh, by the way, did you guys see yesterday how Aaron Rodgers was already walking on his Achilles heel during the Jets game? Like, he was hopping around, like, throwing the ball. Like, this is nuts. How is this after an Achilles injury? He's walking already. Like, like, that's nuts to me. Did you see that, Steve?
I didn't see it during the game, but I saw it on Twitter. Him walking around, but I'm not going to make too much of that. Just like I'm not going to make too much of the Jalen.
Can you imagine if he comes in if he comes in like the week of the Dolphins game for our last game against the Jets? He's the last. Like, how is that even normal for a player off an Achilles injury to come and recover that quick? Is my question.
I will say this. I will say that the technologies that they use now, as far the invasive surgeries they do and stuff like that, I can see them, recovering quicker. Will they be 100%? No, I don't think so. Just like Jalen Ramsey.
If he comes to play, no, that's what I'm saying. If he comes to play at 100%, would you be shocked?
Oh, of course.
Of course I would be surprised and shocked, but. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen. Just like Jalen Ramsey, does he recover quicker than maybe some folks? Yes, but it's recovering and playing football at 100%
are two different things.
Contact, making contact, making cuts and moves, and having to pedal back and all that. That's a different story. He could probably recover a lot quicker, but is he going to be football ready? Probably not.
That's the big question that we don't know. And let me get caught up, you guys. Spirited Fanatic, it was a great pleasure meeting you this weekend at the Dolphin at Bo Campers.
Hey, by the way, Rob, I have a question for you. Did you do any tailgating with some of the Panthers fans that were like doing a lot of like these?
I did not.
A lot of like whole hog barbecues and stuff like that.
No, I did not do that. I walked by a whole bunch of Dolphin fans ones. I missed the good ones. I wanted to meet the guys, but it was just I went with my wife and kids yesterday, and my wife said, if we get there by 9 a.m., I'm going to want to go home by 1 p.m. So we got there around.
Like I said, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, exactly. So we got there around 11-ish.
And I'm not even married, and I know that.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it was a great time, and I'm happy she went and my son went. It was great. It was my other son.
Is this your first time? Are these your kids' first time going to a Dolphins game?
No, they've been before. My oldest son's been, and he would have been with me too, but he's up at UF. So, but they've all been to games before. And my other son and I went to my son and I went to the Denver Broncos game this year. So. Anthony faded out. Anthony, thank you for coming up there. And guys, Bearded Fanatics, make sure you follow him. He's the Battered Fin Fans on here. Another great network. And I hope that we hook up soon. Him on my show and me on his show again. It was great. Newfoundland, thank you so much, guys. And I've seen we just got so many people on the panel today. I got behind on some of the stuff. But hey, it was fun. I'm not too concerned about Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, is what Crazy Dolphin. Even if he does come back, hey, it is what it is. We got to beat good teams. I've said that all along. So, we thought we were going to be facing them all year. So what's the difference? We didn't know he was going to get hurt the first few plays of the season. And then who else? Who else said something? Scotty had a whole bunch of good stuff in here.
I have to drop
Yeah.
off. Thanks for having me again.
Oh, hey, Joe, Hooked Up Joe. Sorry, man. You were so nice and quiet. I almost forgot you were up there. Hooked Up Joe, thank you for joining the show for the first time as far as being a guest. You've been in the room before talking, but to actually come in on the panel and talk, I appreciate it. And let's just say, let's go Dolphins, Hooked Up Joe, and let's just hope that the winning ways continue over the next few weeks.
And we appreciate all the streamers that provide the facility for us to follow the game, chat with other people, and even hop up and do this. So,
hey, man, I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you fans that like me. And I'm a fan, man. Steve and I, we're just fans. We came here, no big other motions other than we just want the Dolphins to win and talk Dolphin football with other people. So that's what we do it for. So it's fun. So thank you so much for helping us. Thank you. Well, he's got, and Scotty's right. A lot of people are talking as if the Dolphins lost. We scored 42 points against an NFL team.
I know. It's ridiculous. I mean, I know the Carolina Panthers, had me a little worried, they went up 14-0. And to be quite frank with you, and I wasn't really concerned. I really wasn't concerned because I knew our offense could come back in a snap. And so now maybe if this was 2 years ago, I would have definitely been like,
2
oh,
years
crap,
ago, we would have been happy with a 17-14 victory over the Panthers on a last-second Jason Sanders field goal, and we would have been like, well, we beat the team we're supposed to be. It was close, but a win's a win. We're blowing out almost every team that we're supposed to beat. We're not just beating them; we're blowing them out. And that's not like what we used to do, because we used to maybe beat the teams we were supposed to be, but barely, and often lose against a team we were supposed to be. So this is a different team. Yes, we got the one black eye this season in the Buffalo Bills game, but they've shown the past 2 weeks they're beatable. Other teams or so that they're beatable. The Giants almost had them last night. I know almost doesn't count. The Bills won, but the Giants, somehow shut them down. So, hey, it can be done. It's a long season. Buffalo has a lot of tough games ahead. We have a lot of tough games ahead. The Jets, I'm not forgetting about the Jets. They proved yesterday you can't discount them. They're 3-3 right in there. The Patriots are the only one that looks like in our division that has taken the back seat. But I think it'll be a three-way battle because remember, the Jets already have the head-to-head matchup against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
We don't. I wish we did, but we don't. So they already got one game against the Bills in the win column. And if they beat them again, then they're really ahead of Buffalo. So it's a long ways to go. And you can with defense only. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if Rodgers does not come back and the Dolphins go against an offense that's not so great, but will their offense do enough against their great defense? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a great offense versus a great defense against a questionable offense and maybe a questionable defense. So there's a lot, there's a lot of football to be played before we even played the Jets this year.
Exactly.
We don't even play them until the first game until Black Friday is our first game. So, and then we played them again soon after that is how the season worked out.
Yeah, but for sure. Right. I mean, we still have a lot of football to go, Rob, as you said. It's only the 6th game of the season. But going into this Eagles game, I feel a little better, a little more confident. Am I concerned about our defense? Yes, I'm concerned about our defense, but I believe that it's a bend don't break defense. So I'm not surprised by the way they're playing. The only thing that I would like for them to do, I need to see them create more turnovers, and this has to be the game to do it against the Philadelphia Eagles.
They have not created a turnover since the Denver Bronco game where they had a few. They had none against Buffalo. They had 0 last week, even against the Giants. I mean, normally teams that lose a turnover battle lose, but we're still winning. So we know if we can clean up our turnovers. And yesterday we did until Mike White gifted them the pick six, there at the end. And then in coaching, whatever, Jimmy decide to throw that, have them throw that ball, whatever you want
Right.
to blame on that. That was like a gift, Yeah, one of these days, Manny, we will. And Manny, once has he reached out to you, Steve? He told me he wants you on his show one day soon. So.
No, I have to check my DM. I haven't checked it recently, but if he wants me to join his show, sure, absolutely,
Yeah.
I'd be honored. Be honored to be on Battered Fins Fan.
Yeah, no, it'd be awesome. Even if they're Jets fan on there, he might be cocky though, Manny. I don't know if you're dealing with Manny yet this morning or not, but I'm imagining he's pretty cocky. But especially if the Dolphins go lose to the Eagles, we're not. I may not have to. I may have to skip your show, Manny, because I don't want to hear Danny say, "You guys got beat by the Eagles and the Jets beat the Eagles." But it's all good. Yeah, freaking white makes it seem. Yeah, I know that one. But the good thing is the Dolphins went back and countered after they did their onside kick, and we got, they did not get it, and we got the ball. We went down there. The only thing that sucked about that drive is Chris Brooks got hurt, and it looks really
Yes.
bad.
I don't know about have you heard anything on the status of him yet? Of Chris Brooks?
No, I haven't, but it looked bad. They carted him off after taking and then, helping him off the sideline. So it looked bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Baker or anyone. I don't know anyone else's injuries that were a little shaken up. I know Sealer came back in and Tyreek came back in. Hey, good morning, Papa Paul. Hey, guys, make sure all of you join him at 12:30. I will try Papa Paul for sure. I'm going to be eating lunch and stuff, but I will come join you.
There's another injury. There's
that?
another injury. There's another injury, Rob, that I don't know if he was injured or not, but we'll find out. Is Jalen Phillips? He hobbled off the field again.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't look too well. Coming off the field towards the end of the game, there he wasn't looking good. So I don't know. He had the oblique injury, and then he's also had the back injury. So we don't know if he re-injured those injuries or not. So.
Hey, Justin, you caught us right at the end, but Justin's another one of my co-hosts at times, but he's busy like Steve.
How's it going, Justin?
Busy, both doing the same kind of work out there, earning that money. But hey, it's awesome to have you guys. But he's hearing that Brooks was maybe an ankle sprain, but not sure how severe.
Okay.
So, but hey, that's better than what it looked like. It looked really more. I thought it was like a knee or something maybe because he wasn't putting any weight on the leg But that stinks about Phillips. Then I hope that's not. But
we'll see.
I know that Ginkle can fill in for him, okay. But still, you can't just start losing guys, No,
so. I'd rather see Van Ginkel on the edge anyway. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
He seems to be more effective on the edge than he is in the linebacker position.
Yeah.
Middle linebacker position.
Hey, but we're almost at the end, Steve. Thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely.
I flew solo in the beginning, and then I had a whole bunch of people join me. So, hey, it was awesome. Justin, you're right. Justin knows all these guys. So I would take it that this guy would be a good fit for the Dolphins because he's always – I know that Funk guy was a quick goner or whatever, but, hey, it's all good. But our guy's passive. Yeah, he was. I saw him because I saw him hobbling off the field. I was there, and I was on the Dolphins sideline on my seats. We're on the Dolphins sideline.
Right.
So he actually went back out there a couple of times after being. He was just tired. He's a big man running around there. It was hot and humid yesterday, so that's a big man running around out there in that heat and humid. I was tired just walking to the parking lot, So I can imagine playing an NFL game at whatever how many pounds he is running around chasing Bryce Young all day. So, I know I'd be tired too. So, but that's good. Hey, I would get with you, Justin, later. Normally, I text and talk a whole bunch on Sunday. Yesterday was more of a family day. I went with the wife and my son to the Dolphin game. So, me and Justin, and I didn't even text much with you yesterday, Steve, my two normal guys I talked to on Dolphin game days. But I'm back to normal schedule now. So, that's good stuff. Anyway, guys, all you guys, if you haven't done so already, throw a laser pass like Dan Marino or Tua at that thumbs up. And if you're new, which I don't think any of you guys that are in here today are new, please tackle that subscribe button. Papa Paul, I will try to stop by your show today.
Also, Rob, don't forget, Fanatics gear. If folks are interested in buying any NFL gear, you are partnered with Fanatics, and you can buy the Dolphins gear there if they want, or any of their favorite NFL, NHL,
All
MLB
in.
fans or
Yep.
whatever. So
Thank you, Steve. What would I do without you? So, guys, it's just an affiliate link. You still go to their safe and secure site, but you help the channel out a wee bit. We finally got someone to make a purchase this time, and I was running around like I was Superman. It was cool, even though I knew the person that kind of because they told me that, and then it doesn't break the rules. I can know them as long as they don't live in my household. I can know them, and it can't be an immediate family member. So someone I used to work with bought FSU stuff. Hey, it's FSU stuff, but she bought FSU stuff through my link, and I got a whopping $2 for the website. But you know what? It's still you don't pay anything extra, and I got a little bit of a commission. So that was awesome, guys. So that's just to tell you when I say I get a little bit. Yeah, it really is a little bit, but every dollar helps. It's just fun because I'm not a guy to sit here and ask for donations like other channels. I just like talking Dolphins, but I figure, hey, why not use that affiliate link for if anyone wants to buy stuff anyway? Might as well nail me there. And then also Blackout Coffee, use discount code Thirsty Blackout Coffee, not confused with another coffee brand that has black other stuff. I don't want to confuse you guys, but Blackout Coffee. And you go there. There's also a link in my description. You hit promo code Thirsty. Easy to remember, and you get 20% off.
You know what I like about the Blackout Coffee, Rob, is they support first responders and military, and the coffee is made in the USA as well.
Actually, here in Florida, there's some of it is
There you
grinding.
go.
So there you go. And they also support all workers. They're very big on truck
Right,
drivers, warehouse
right.
workers,
Mhm,
all that good stuff. They nurses,
mhm,
all that stuff. They really are big on all of that. Really good company. So
mhm.
good USA company. Hey, Justin, don't knock fanatics. Don't knock fanatics. But yeah, hey, if you do need some other stuff, you can find out digging in the trenches. Hook up with him on the good old Twitter. But anyway, guys, life is great. The Dolphins are playing great. For us to be complaining about a game that we won 42 last week, we scored 31. This game had over 500 yards of offense last week, and we were complaining. And I say we, Dolphin fans in general. Overall, I put things in pretty good perspective. But overall, you go on Twitter and you would think you lost if you only see some people's reactions. Yesterday, we put 42 points on the board, and that's without doing anything in the first quarter. We still dropped 42 points on an NFL team. And, it did what we had to do. We had a receiver, Tyreek Hill, 150 something yards probably again, a running back over
Yeah.
100 yards. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, one through the air. Our quarterback had 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and we're making it. Some people would think the Dolphins lost yesterday. So I don't know what people want. You can only play who's on your schedule. It's not like Stephen Ross got to hand pick and pay some team to come take a beating like they do in college. This is the schedule that was made. The Giants were in the playoff last year. The Chargers were in the playoff last year. These are 2 good teams that were on our schedule to start the season. So that's why you can't just look at a schedule and say, let this season play out and we'll see where we're at. But you can't be much better than 5-1. No team in the NFL right now, is better than 5-1. That's the best you can be. There's no undefeated teams left. So we got them, we're tied for the best record in football. And yet you hear some of us, you think we're like, going for the number 1 draft pick. So I just don't get it. But hey, it's all good, man. Anyway, all I know is fun, Steve. Thank you. The Dolphins are
You're
5 and
welcome.
1. We're having fun. This is a big test. Like I say, we passed all the quizzes. We failed the one test in Buffalo, but we're still passing the year into school because we passed all the quizzes. But this is another big test. Let's go in there and knock the Eagles, play bully ball, as Justin likes to call it. And we can. We're capable of definitely on offense of playing bully ball. We can run the ball down their throat if we just stick to it and not give it up. We can do it. I have faith in them. The defense makes me a little pause for cause, as some people like to say. But the defense did at the end yesterday. After that first quarter, they never gave up another point until, the pick six. That's not on the defense, So, we're taking our steps. Let's just start creating some turnovers and things will take care of itself. Steve,
For
with
sure.
no further ado, I'm going to end this show. And once again, I thank you for joining me because I was
Absolutely.
flying solo
Appreciate it.
today. But I'd never fly solo because of all you great guys that come in and talk, and ladies, all you awesome people. Anyway, Justin, thank you again, and all you guys. Fins up, and Steve, I'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Fins up,
Go
brother.
Dolphins.
Fins up.
Dolphins thirsty, they never show no mercy. On the field or in the game, Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you want to know.